Our top lead is from Karnataka this evening. One battle has ended and another has kicked off for the Congress party. Now, there is still no clarity on who will be the next chief minister of the state. The stage is set for a scintillating showdown between two heavyweights, Mr. Siddaramaiah and Mr. DK Shivakumar. Both leaders have been summoned to the High Command in Delhi. Mr. Siddaramaiah has shown up, but DK Shivakumar hasn't. It's his birthday today. He says he will go, but he has also said that he's a one-man army who has delivered Karnataka for the Congress party. Siddaramaiah, a two-time chief minister, claims that a majority of MLAs want him on the chair. So the competition continues.
I am a single man. Gandhiji said one thing: be bold-hearted when you are defeated. Be large-hearted when you are victorious. That is what Gandhiji has said. So when we defeated, when all our MLAs went out of party, our city, when we had a coalition government, when we lost a government, when all of our MLAs went out, 15 MLAs, 16 MLAs went out, I did not lose my heart. With courage, I have taken the responsibility. Since today is my birthday, a lot of people have come to wish me. I have to go to my deity with my family. After going there, I leave to Delhi. I don't know what time I will be leaving to Delhi. Whichever the flight is available, I will take it and go.
Okay, now the Congress top brass is in a dilemma because both Mr. Siddaramaiah and Mr. DK Shivakumar are strong leaders. Here are some scenarios that the party is currently mulling. First, can the chief ministership be shared? Which means 2.5 years for Sidda and 2.5 years for DK Shivakumar. But both know it hasn't quite worked out in Chhattisgarh. So both DK and Sidda will be wary of it. The second scenario is that DK will be asked to take a step back and wait for his turn 5 years down the line, where he will be the CM face. In turn, for the moment, his men get plum ministries like water resources and energy, and also the deputy chief minister's post. Now, for the moment, DK isn't very keen to go to Delhi, but he's saying he will. It's his birthday today, and backing his claim is another senior leader, BK Hariprasad, who is saying that as per tradition of the Congress party, the KPCC president is the first claimant to the CM's post. Listen in.
Couple of states there has been different formulas you applied. So one, you have elected the president as the chief minister. Some states you have gone for a view of the MLAs, but this time seems to be little bit of deadlock between both these leaders.
No deadlock. If it were to be a deadlock, the single line resolution would not have been passed. After passing the single resolution, the opinions have been collected. And it's normal tradition, wherever the PCC president was there, he was the first claimant. There is no doubt about that. That's been the practice for ages. And since the MLAs have given their opinion, finally the Congress president will take a call.
Meanwhile, outside Siddaramaiah's residence in the heart of Bangalore, his supporters are already in celebration mode. Today, they came carrying posters that proclaimed him as the next chief minister of Karnataka. And as that plays out, the war plays out between DK Shivakumar and Mr. Siddaramaiah, let's go straight across to our reporters who are joining us on the broadcast. Deepak Bopanna is joining us from outside DK Shivakumar's residence in Bangalore. Niyamika is joining us from outside Mallikarjun Kharge's residence in the national capital. And that's Imran, as always, looking a little busy, joining us from Bangalore. Hi, Imran. Good evening to you. Good evening to Deepak Bopanna and Niyamika as well. It's not over till it's over, they say, Deepak. And that's exactly how it's playing out. Everyone knew that this scenario is going to emerge as soon as the election results come out. And it's playing to script, many would say. I want to ask you two questions. Let me start by asking you that one simple question. If this 50-50 formula is proposed by the Congress leadership, is Mr. DK Shivakumar going to go with it, or is he going to say a no? I know he has not said anything in the press briefings, but is he saying anything off camera? I wonder if Deepak heard me. Deepak, hi, good evening. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, now as far as Mr. DK Shivakumar is concerned, Shreya, he's making it amply clear at this point in time that, he's not going to worry about the numbers that have been given by the legislators in the ballot. He says two things, and we should really read between the lines here because this is the time where we do that because Mr. DK Shivakumar is not trying to speak in as many words that he wants to be the chief minister. He's saying two things, that, well, yesterday there was a CLP meeting where the legislators decided unanimously that it will be the AICC president who will choose who's the chief minister. He makes another point then that he says that, it doesn't matter or he doesn't worry about, who are the people who've backed him, the MLAs. All that matters is the number of seats that he's delivered for the Congress party in Karnataka, that is 135. He says he's one man who's of course been strong enough to face any sort of challenges which have thrown at him at the Congress party, and he's delivered for the Congress. And he says, that's all that should be looked into. He has not even uttered the word that he wants to be the chief minister. That's where I say that we have to read between the lines here. And today, of course, is his birthday. Probably not a day that, didn't want to probably spend it the way that he has today, because he's been just shuttling from his house to another undisclosed location, having multiple meetings with his close aides to plan the next course of action. He realizes, or hints have been dropped to him, Shreya, that it's probably Mr. Siddaramaiah that is going to be backed by the High Command at this point in time, considering that most of the legislators have sided by him. Now, Mr. Siddaramaiah, of course, is a very popular leader, tall leader for the Congress party. If they do not really have him at the helm of affairs, there is going to be more trouble also that's going to come their way. So it is trouble both the ways. They'll have to look at which is lesser trouble and which is more advantageous for them, considering 2024, the Lok Sabha elections is coming up. You have the BBMP elections coming up. You'll need a mass leader. You need a person who's going to be in control, in charge of all the legislators, who will work in tandem to ensure the Congress party keeps up this momentum that they've got in this particular election. So it remains to be seen how they really handle this very precarious scenario, what sort of assurances go in to DK Shivakumar or Mr. Siddaramaiah to ensure that this transition is a smooth one.
So for all practical purposes, Deepak, with what you're telling me, it seems that the Congress party, the High Command, has made up its mind that it is going to be Mr. Siddaramaiah who will be picked as the next chief minister of Karnataka. Now, there is, Imran, if you could come in here, there has been some talk of a 50-50 formula. That 2.5 years go to Mr. Siddaramaiah and 2.5 years go to DK Shivakumar. Is that still on the table? And is Mr. Shivakumar and more importantly Mr. Siddaramaiah, are they going to be okay with it?
Well, sure, it's a 2 plus 3 is what we're getting to know, is that 2 years for Siddaramaiah till the Lok Sabha elections are over and then DK Shivakumar to take over. But DK Shivakumar has flatly rejected it. Today's birthday. We saw yesterday how they celebrated with the cutting the cakes. But as far as the political cake is concerned, the DK Shivakumar is not willing to share it with anyone. He wants to have the entire cake for himself. Now, earlier too, this formula was there, but he categorically rejected it, even to the extent of going said he won't be part of the cabinet either. They were asked him to be either deputy CM and take the home minister post and his favorite energy ministry. Also, a couple of plus portfolios, but he has rejected it. He's categorically said that he wants to be the chief minister, and he told the High Command, especially to Rajendra Singh Surjewala, that this will, if it leads to that, then we'll see another Rajasthan here where he'll be fighting always with his Gehlot here, Bombay, to get that seat back, and he doesn't want to be Sachin Pilot. That's what he said, conveyed to the High Command. And today, MIFT, DK Shivakumar earlier didn't go to the Delhi, and in fact, he said that he has several appointments and several customs, religious customs, as his birthday. He has to meet several his fans and his religious gurus. He considers them as auspicious to meet them for his both personal health and also political health. Now, after a call from Rahul Gandhi, he's finally decided to come. He was supposed to leave at at 5:30. His flights were booked. That also he has missed. He has gone now to meet his spiritual guru, and after that he'll come to his house where my colleague Deepak is, and they will decide to go after that. Now, whether he'll go to a commercial flight, whether there's chartered planes also booked ready for him, it's up to DK Shivakumar, as he has all the means to go both ways. Now, this way we have to wait and see what is the High Command's decision. The crucial for them, they're saying, is that the MLA's view or MLA's verdict should be appreciated, should be held, should be upheld. They want to create a model in terms of Karnataka state is concerned. That model they want to project for 2024, where we'll have all people together, sections of society together, to as far as a progressive looking state. Unfortunately, their own chief ministerial candidate is not agreeing to that. He is differing with not going with Bommai, not willing to share the power. Now, what will happen? We have to wait and see. The ballot boxes are sealed. They have not been opened yet. All the MLAs, 130, plus also the independent MLA, have expressed their opinion to the observers. Independent MLA is also traveling to Delhi today, along with several of DK Shivakumar's supporters. Now, the Kharge's meeting, what was supposed to be there today evening, it's going on as scheduled. The observers will first give the ballot boxes to Kharge, and depending on Kharge, the ballot boxes will be open. Yeah. Earlier, the plan was to open the boxes in front of both of them, both Bommai and DK Shivakumar, to see how many has got so much of support for the MLAs. As far as I beg your pardon, the Siddaramaiah supporters are concerned, they are very upbeat that the majority of MLAs have supported him, and DK Shivakumar lacks those numbers. That's the reason why a cryptic message in the press conference today that only numbers he considers is about 133.
Okay, do stay on with us, because I think I'll go straight across to Niyamika now, because all of the Karnataka Congress's observers have now arrived at Mallikarjun Kharge's residence. So those are the pictures that we are getting us. Niyamika, you're reporting to us from there. Go ahead, show us the pictures and what is likely to happen in the next hour or so, and whether the Congress is aware of the sort of headache and a heartache that they are in for essentially this evening, and possibly for this entire week as well, till they come to a decision.
Absolutely, as right now we are standing outside the 10 Rajaji Marg, and this is the place where this crucial meeting is going to start in a short while, as all the three observers, AICC observers for the state of Karnataka, have already arrived there, which also includes Shinde, Bhava, Jitendra Singh, as well as Deepak Bavaria. All the three observers of the Congress party have already arrived here at 10 Rajaji Marg, and even the General Secretary in charge of the organization, KC Venugopal, is also present here. So this crucial meeting is going to start in a short while, in which a report will be submitted to the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge regarding the opinion which was being expressed by the elected MLAs in the state of Karnataka during the legislative party meeting. And after that, this important decision is going to be taken by the Congress High Command, that who is going to be the chief ministerial candidate for the state of Karnataka, as we have seen that there is a rift within the state of Karnataka for the Congress party, as there are two contenders for the CM position, which also includes Siddaramaiah as well as DK Shivakumar. And as per the information which we are getting from our sources, it can be expected that majority of the MLAs have already voted in favor of Siddaramaiah. So now the ball is basically in the court of the Congress High Command, that how they are going to resolve this entire crisis, as whether the Congress High Command will be able to convince DK Shivakumar to accept the offer, whichever responsibility he will be given by the Congress High Command for the state of Karnataka. The formula which will be taken by the Congress in the state of Karnataka, the main question here is that whether the Congress party will be able to convince DK Shivakumar to accept that, or whether the Congress party will be able to not to make the state of Karnataka similar like whatever has happened in the state of Rajasthan.
All right, Niyamika, we leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much for joining us. That was Niyamika joining us from Mallikarjun Kharge's residence in the national capital, where all of the Congress's observers have now arrived. It's going to be a tough choice, but it seems that a choice has already been made. Deepak, we'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much for joining us. Imran, thank you very much for joining us. And Niyamika was joining us as well from the national capital, tracking everything that is happening there. Let me go across to my guest this evening. Manu Ayappa is the political editor of the Times of India, Bangalore, joining us on the broadcast. Abhishek Banerjee is a columnist. He joins us as well. Abhishek Banerjee, any thoughts on all that has happened this evening? I mean, you have Mr. Siddaramaiah cutting his cake but refusing to share the political cake, as it were, with Mr. Siddaramaiah essentially saying, I'm the one and only claimant to the Chief Minister's post. Mr. Siddaramaiah is saying, hey, all the MLAs are backing him, backing me. How do you think you can walk away with the Chief Minister ka kursi? So this is an interesting fight that is going on, and one that was totally anticipated.
So, Shreya, I mean, of course, at this point, it's anybody's guess because the final decision will obviously come from Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. But the both of them have their strengths, actually. If I can put it this way, it is Siddaramaiah, to be fair, it is Siddaramaiah who has brought the Congress to 113 seats. But the fact that the Congress won so emphatically that it went all the way to 136 seats, those are probably the credit of someone like DK Shivakumar, who made sure that it was not just a majority, but a really big, safe, and kind of a big majority for the Congress. Now, then there is this 50-50 formula being talked about, and there is a very interesting wrinkle over there. Because you see, it creates a very dangerous incentive for whoever has to serve next, because they will always have the fear that they might not vacate their term at the end of 30 months. So now, if you say that somebody is going to be CM for 30 months, you see, this Lok Sabha election is coming up in only 1 year, right? And we don't really know if the Congress will be able to hold on to such a performance during the Lok Sabha election in Karnataka. So it creates a sort of an incentive for the other person, whoever is asked to go second, to make sure that the Congress performance in the Lok Sabha is not that great. Because if the Congress does well in the Lok Sabha election in Karnataka, then whoever went first, his hand will become very strong and he'll say, why should I leave my post? I delivered both the state and the Lok Sabha election. So it creates all sorts of these incentives, and it's a very nice game being played right now.
Interesting also. I mean, politics in India, always fun, I say, never a dull moment. Manu, would you want to come in here and, what should I say, gaze into the crystal ball and tell us how things will play out? Has it, for all practical purposes, because this is what my reporters seem to be suggesting, that for all practical purposes, Mr. Siddaramaiah is the next Chief Minister of Karnataka. Most of the MLAs are backing him, A, and B, very importantly, look at the risk you run if you appoint Mr. DK Shivakumar as the Chief Minister of Karnataka. He has 19 cases against him, including cases by the ED and the CBI.
Yeah, Shreya, the Congress party is trying to be more democratic this time, largely because they don't want Karnataka to go with the Rajasthan way or the Madhya Pradesh way. So they're trying to be democratic. They're taking the opinion of the Congress legislature party, and also eventually everyone knows the final decision will be made by Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, and Mallikarjun Kharge, because it's from the state. So the point is, of course, no doubt everyone thinks Siddaramaiah is the favorite and is the best in the business, considering what the Congress party is going through. But morally, DK Shivakumar should be given this post. The reason is, well, some 3 years ago, the party was down the hood. The morale was down of the cadre. He took over as KPCC president. He has energized the party. He has put all the resources, logistic, everything into the party, given it life. Bring back he took out the Mekadatu Padayatra, which is for the Kaveri water, and that was a huge success. And he ensured whatever the party needed, and revived it. And now you know that the party has got 136, which has been repeating all the time since morning. So 136 was not an easy task, and it was, if I analyze what has happened over the last 3 years in Karnataka, 90% of the effort has been of the DK Shivakumar and 10% of Siddaramaiah, largely because he's seen as an intellect and who is the face of the party. So DK Shivakumar's efforts clearly is not visible, because most of the times, even in television channels or in the assembly or anywhere, Siddaramaiah is projected as the face of the party. So Congress is the High Command is in a big dilemma. Who should they pick? They don't want any one of them sulking. So they're trying to be more democratic and trying to convince one of the leaders to give up. And because of the Lok Sabha election and the ED cases, they are worried about which is coming up. So they are trying to ensure 2 years for Siddaramaiah and the next 3 for DK Shivakumar. But DK Shivakumar's and his camp's biggest worry is even after 2 years, if rule, whether the power will be shared or handed over to DK Shivakumar. That is the worry. After 2 years, if supporters say no, Siddaramaiah should continue for another year, so that's the biggest worry. So DK is not sure. So he's hell-bent that he should be given. He's
but the
not
fact
worried
is,
about all this.
look at how things have worked out in Chhattisgarh.
Yeah, he's
This
not worried
50-50
about this
formula,
democratic thing.
Congress leaders know, hasn't worked out in Chhattisgarh. So there's a good chance it may not work out in Karnataka, and either leaders, whether it's Mr. DK Shivakumar or Mr. Siddaramaiah, will be very... Abhishek, before I wrap this chat, very quickly, the Congress party is trying to be democratic, and that's the way to go. But we know what's in the ballot boxes, right? We know for a fact, and I think there'll be more clarity on it within an hour or so, that most MLAs in Karnataka, most winning MLAs in Karnataka have backed Mr. Siddaramaiah. If that's the case, then this becomes a no-brainer for the Congress party.
So that's why I said it depends on how you see it. I mean, Karnataka rotates government, so the Congress would probably have won anyway. But the point is, Siddaramaiah brought the Congress to 113. But who took the Congress to 136? Who made it a sweep? That is probably the credit of DK Shivakumar, right? So so it's a question of, he took it from an ordinary victory to an extraordinary emphatic win. So what do you value more? It really is in the eye of the beholder at this point, who has performed better for the Congress. So yes, the bulk of the MLAs, clearly that's the credit of Siddaramaiah. But who created the sweep? That was probably DK Shivakumar. So it depends on how you see it.
Okay, tough decision. And probably it'll boil down to maybe the Gandhis taking a call. I mean, that's the usual way things play out in the Congress party. We'll leave it there for the moment. Abhishek Banerjee, thank you very much for joining us. Manu Ayappa, thank you very much for joining us as well. Now to a side story. It's not